Technical difficulty.
You know, it's
Yeah,
fine.
technical difficulties.
So, cheers once more.
Cheers.
Fucking A,
Oh
dude.
god, I'm knocking over my stuff. It's fine, there's no
And
liquid in it.
thank
I
you,
was on
Beth.
the wrong. Thank you, Beth.
Cheers.
Yeah. I was on
Yes.
the wrong
Yeah.
Stream Deck page, and so when I pressed start, it was trying to grab OBS, and
Oh,
I didn't
shit.
have that
Where did
open.
Sarah
What?
go?
Sarah disappeared.
Sarah.
Sarah.
So
I don't
many
know what just
technical
happened. I can still
difficulties.
hear you.
Let me.
Yeah.
Streamlabs just freaked out for a
First
second.
time with 4
Do you
people, that's
need to
probably
refresh
it.
the page,
Yeah,
or
it's
do you
like
need a new
what-
I
link?
can see you guys again.
Maybe
Yeah, I
just
can see her
refresh it
too.
just in case. Okay.
I can
You
see her.
can see. She's not on the.
Yeah.
On my.
Tripping.
I need to click show on stream. That's
I'll
what it was.
refresh.
I had to. No, you're good. I had to click show on stream again because it makes me do that each time you connect. But we're good now. Once you
Hell
log
yeah.
back on, I can click it, and we're good to
Okay,
keep
maybe now.
talking.
Yay.
We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm
Fix.
glad that this worked out.
Yeah.
Woo.
Michaela's.
Got it working now. Always
Yep.
technical difficulties. Those will level out, I'm sure, over time. But still.
No, even the professionals still do that, but it's fine. Yeah, we can
True,
tell
I've
ourselves
seen
it'll be
it
okay.
happen on other stuff too, but
Yeah,
they'll get fewer and farther between.
for sure.
But yeah, Kiosk, I'm really glad that you tried that one. Unfortunately, I can't buy all the games that we talk about on here because, you know,
Money is expensive.
I gotta
Yeah,
follow you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Should I re-go back over it? Or did it
Yeah,
not like
Sure,
save
yeah,
it?
it wasn't
Okay.
live, so if you want to, you can.
And I think that
Otherwise,
we
we can
should
move
go.
on.
Okay, well, Kiosk is just like a food simulator with a little horror aspect, and it's 7 days in story mode, a new item each day, and then there's also like just playing with the food. It's fun. I'd give it a try. It's cheap also.
Yeah, the cheap ones are a lot easier to convince me.
Yeah, well, I also love
Yeah.
food simulators. I have
Yeah.
like those pop-up Paparia games or whatever. They have like a Pizza
Oh my
Mia
god,
or a
yeah.
Taco Mia.
Papa's Pizzeria.
My tablet has like so many of them because I
Dude,
just like cooking
have
things.
so
I don't
many
cook in real life though.
simulator Games, and and I cook all the time in real life,
Yeah.
and then I go home and I cook virtually.
Yeah.
I think that I have a problem, but
You
it's
leave
cool.
your 9 to 5
You
to
like
do a
to
9 to
cook.
5 as
Yeah,
some
no,
food.
seriously, like, but
You
it
like
keeps
what you
my heart
like?
rate low. That's why I love it. Like when I cook, it's like I just stay real chill, and so like when I go to work, I'm not stressed out because it's something that makes me calm. So like, and then I
That's
go
good.
home and I stay calm. Like I know. I think I feel like I should
Yes.
have a higher blood pressure, and I'm like, why not? And it's because my job is actually not so stressful.
That's
So
good.
there we go. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will also take any invitation to food simulate with any of you. Is Kiosk
Oh yeah,
multiplayer?
it's
Yeah.
been a
No.
while since we've done fast
Oh, well,
food.
that sucks.
Yeah, we haven't
No, no, it
gotten
has
to
to
play all together in a bit. It's really hard
Yeah.
for me to game during the day right now,
Yeah.
but I'm getting there. I think I just need a job that is not the one I have.
You're gonna
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But let's not get into that. That's a bit
Yeah.
much for this.
This is not
Yeah.
for
Not
Yeah.
the platform for
this is
that.
play.
Yeah.
We come here to escape work. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so I didn't look much into what you sent, Sarah. The Baldur's Gate update. I read a little bit on it,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know if there's more details that I missed. I just kind of skimmed.
Not that I can recall off the top of my head. It's still like everything that we went over before, like the new subclasses and everything. It was just like there was a little bit of a controversy because PlayStation players got it a day early, so it was kind of like the surprise of the drop was ruined because of that. And it might have even been pushed out earlier because of it. I have no idea. But yeah, it was a mistake and they said like, no, sorry, accidentally we did that by accident. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was really anything else that was said about it.
I wonder how that happened.
I don't know. From what I heard, it was just like someone at PlayStation headquarters thought that they should roll it out. They got the wrong memo. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like they had like a test version most likely, and they're just like, this is probably the finished version that they wanted to go live, right?
Yeah,
Is the
like I
full
think
version
that
out? I thought it was like
It's
a
the full version of the
not full.
patch.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so it was like I guess the patch got sent out early to PlayStation users, and they were
Mhm.
like warned this could cause some issues. So we'd recommend you don't do it. It could like conflict with mods and other things. Um, and so they like warned people to regress back to the previous version. I can't words. Sorry.
Words are hard, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Just go back to the previous version and everything should work fine. And then they like gave instructions in that article, but I'm sure people can figure that out for the most part.
Yeah, and I think at this point it's probably fine. It was just like that
Yeah.
day or two before it actually did release. And the patch isn't fully released yet. It's still in like the stress
Okay.
test mode where you can request access for it.
Gotcha.
And I did, but unfortunately I haven't gotten in yet. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like a random thing.
I'm sure there's a lot of
But
people
like
signing up for it.
hopefully, yeah, no,
Jesse
for
was like,
sure.
"Should we try for it?" And I was like, "You can."
Yeah, I mean you just put in
No
your
offense,
email, I'm
but
pretty
I'll put
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. I might want to
Mhm.
check that out. I saw a video of some of the stress test stuff the other day, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah,
do
I
plan.
saw a little bit of it, but I've
Animations.
actually been trying to avoid most of it just so I can experience it on my own once I do get
Yeah,
it. But
that's
hopefully it's
fair.
like maybe a month away from the patch drop. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan to start a new game because I'm gonna play the new sorcerer type because you know me, I love magic.
Oh yeah, absolutely, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna
I
play
I
that.
don't want to start another playthrough right now because, well, I guess if I do, it would just be hydrate. That's a good idea. Thank you
Oh
for
yeah, we
that.
can all do that, I guess.
Hydrate, everyone.
Yeah, hydrate.
Everyone grab.
Yeah, I'm like
Oh,
after
ad
that.
is starting. Let's
After
pause.
that.
Yeah, my ad is going to be starting any second, so we'll take a pause and
Yeah, good
get
idea.
back to the conversation in just a moment.
Yeah. Works for me. I can open my chocolate. Dude, I found strawberry
What does
bark at
that
the store the
hydrate
other day.
mean?
Yummy.
They can spend points from that they earn by watching to redeem different things that I've set up for them to be able to redeem, and hydrate is one of them to remind me to drink water, basically.
Love
Yep.
that.
Oh.
Don't need to apologize.
Yeah, no need.
No need to apologize. I don't know if they can
No
hear because
need.
ads.
Yeah,
but
those redeems are there for a reason.
yeah,
We still do
that's
them.
why they're there.
Mhm.
Haven't gotten one in a bit, and I think it's only been
Mhm.
Sarah that's made
And
me
I
do
love that
it.
it's hydrated.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think someone made me stretch once.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
Very punny.
Indeed.
Okay, now I think the ad has actually started because they sent another notification.
Yeah, I'm
It was just
seeing.
giving me a little time to let me know that it was going to start. So now it should actually be in commercial break.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Dun 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 dun
Beth!
dun 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 dun. Mr. Sandman, bring me a
Hello.
drink. That
I like the background music that we have.
I-
We won't get copyrighted for it either.
I might even be butchering lyrics anyway, so am I?
Maybe, yeah, I don't
You
know.
don't even know what you're singing.
I don't know, I
Sandman
kind of just
song.
went into a commercial song.
Yeah. I just think
Can
of
you
Back to the Future
do
whenever I hear that song.
Can you do elevator music?
Elevators.
Do all the
I know.
instruments at the same time. too.
Nowadays, elevator music could be like bye 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 bye.
True,
It's true. It could be
dude.
anything.
I've been
Everybody's
in.
dancing in the elevator.
I'm doing
It's
this
so hard to hear
tonight,
you when
girl.
other people are
Probably
talking,
gonna
Jade.
start a fight, girl.
What was that? What just happened? Subscribe!
What?
Thank you!
Oh my god!
Yay!
Congrats!
Congrats! Woo!
Yay! That's my first one that's not
Oh
Adam.
man, does that mean
Yay! Hey, free shit's free shit.
appreciate it?
Love that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Does that mean my singing was heard? Because
I don't know.
I thought it was just
I have
between us.
no clue.
Yeah.
If they have turbo, they can skip the ads, so it could be that they can hear.
Oh,
Um,
wild.
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool. We're learning a new thing.
yeah, you can ignore the ad if you're
Well, okay.
turbo. So that's probably what it was. Yeah.
So get me
Sorry,
ready
good
for
my
karaoke.
commercial
Yeah.
break. Just a disclaimer.
It is, Jade, it's very hard to hear you when other people are
Yeah.
talking.
I didn't know
If
how
we
the fuck
ignore
that
you
keeps
too
talking.
much, fucking like wave at me or flip
Oh,
me
that's
off or
fine.
something and I'll pay
It's
attention.
gonna be hard because I'm gonna be like.
Yeah.
I also muted because I had my youngin come in twice.
Oh gosh,
So
that's fun.
yeah,
That's fair.
that.
Sarah, I don't know if you're actually watching the stream, but if you are, could you let me know
Yeah.
when the commercial's over?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
hmm They're still going currently.
Cool, I figured. They're long. I hate that it has to be 3 minutes.
It's
I feel
3
so bad
minutes.
because it's like I wouldn't want to sit through that. It's
Yeah, that is a
in
long
order to not
commercial.
have pre-roll ads, you have to do 3 minutes every hour.
hmm
In like in whatever distribution, but doing it all at once is the
Kind
best
of what
way to
people
retain
tend
viewers,
for.
essentially.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But people hate pre-roll ads even more, so
Yeah.
Hmm.
It looks like I'm back.
you're back?
Yeah.
Come back.
Cool.
She's biggity biggity biggity
Well,
back.
what I was saying
I'll be here all week.
about
Mhm.
about Baldur's Gate, I th- I think the only other playthrough I'd be willing to start right now, because I don't want to end up like leaving behind the other ones that I'm doing, especially the Dirge. I really want to get back to that. But
hmm
I would be down to start one with you, Sarah, because you and I game so frequently together.
Yeah, for sure.
Compared to like everyone else I try to game with, I get more time to
Yeah.
game with you. So it's like if I'm gonna start another run, it's gonna be that probably.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm gonna have to do is I gotta go clear it because they're adding Death Domain, I believe,
They
and
sure
that
are.
is my favorite domain. So
Yeah.
and
No, that
I'm
sounds
a cleric
fucking
girl. I
awesome.
love clerics and wizards. They're the best fucking classes in my opinion. I don't
Yeah.
I love my other characters, but they're just not as fun to play except for in RP. Like when it comes to combat, it's like, "Oh my god, I can't do anything." I hit
Yeah.
him twice.
I mean, everyone has their own preferences. Like, I
Yeah.
love druids and rogues the most. Um, Two very different things, but like those have always been my favorite classes to play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be a
preferences.
I
sorcerer.
mean, I enjoy
like,
them
I can't
all
even
in
write.
Baldur's Gate. In D&D, I prefer clerics and wizards, just because
Yeah,
that's my preferred play style is in D&D. But in video games, in Baldur's Gate especially, I'll play fucking any of them.
rogues
I think
in Baldur's Gate, I feel like, and fighters are very, very fun. The casters are fun too, but I don't know. I usually tend for like melee stuff.
I
Strange.
tend for casters because in real
Yeah.
life I wish I had magic.
I
No,
So
that's
mean,
I'm
so
don't
like,
we
fair.
all?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Y'all.
valid.
God.
Pretty sure that's why we're here.
I think that's
Mm-hmm.
part of why I
Oh.
Like,
love
part of
wizards
nerd.
so
It's part of
much.
nerdism.
I
True.
think that's why I love wizards so much because it's like it's not even necessarily that I'm like super intelligent. I know I'm kind of smart sometimes. Um but
Like we all
I
are.
think the draw for
Mhm,
it,
yeah.
for me is because if I knew there was a world or we lived in a world where you could research and learn magic, I would
Oh my god.
100% do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
care how
yeah, me
much
too.
effort I have to put in.
100%.
That
If
would
it
be
Yeah.
wasn't
my
a
sole
born
focus for
ability, it was
years.
something that
Mhm.
you could actually learn.
Yeah,
Like,
if
yeah,
yes, I would
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely become a wizard if it was a thing.
Oh, my whole
Yeah.
life. That would be my goal in life too. Like right
Yeah.
now, I don't know what I want to be, so
Discord.
I'm just
It's
like,
not a
Yeah.
Discord
A
channel. Why am I
wizard
dealing with
never
this?
left. Like
like
wizard was always on the list, and it has never left.
well, my list has always been like secret spy, like James
Yeah.
Bond type shit.
Oh
Secret spy.
hell yeah, James Bond
Yeah.
is good shit.
Nerds. Yeah, we are nerds.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that's why we're here.
Oh, I want to know like 8 languages and do all this bullshit, or like
Dude.
movie star actress, but then I'm like shy as shit, so I'm like I could never
She's
go
like,
on
that was
stage.
not a thing. That's like a big dream list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
always think about
actually
that.
want to
Like with
speak multiple languages in real life,
Oh,
and
me
that's.
too.
I
I
know
think
my
about
Yeah.
something else.
self-discipline is
Like
not
you
high enough
be
for that right now.
thousands of
Oh,
years old, and
Same.
like wouldn't you know all languages? Like if you were
Yeah.
an elf, like that's something like you get. Yeah, like I would know all the things. Like the fact that you get to be like 3,000 and you're still a dumb shit. That's like the only thing I don't know about like these like fantasy shows that like depict elves. I'm like, this guy's like 3,000. He should not be acting like a baby still. I'm just
So
saying.
valid.
I know he's young, but he ain't. And yeah, like in your culture. But yeah, I'm just saying, think about that a lot when I watch shit. So anyway,
No, that's fair.
yeah.
Oh, growing up, Charmed was my favorite show. And I would watch it and I'd like to put myself in there. And I'm like, I always wanted to give myself like all the powers.
Yeah.
I just love magic. I want everything. So
Yeah.
obviously, who knows what type of shit I'd actually be doing if I had magic. I'd come to me for curses or
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'd be on that shit. The moment I find out that it's possible
it's
to
possible,
actually
you'd be
learn
like-
real magic spells and be able to cast them
It's
and like
odd.
I'd be on it in a fucking second, dude. I'd buy every
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
man.
book. I'd go into like thousands of dollars of debt to figure this out.
when I'm driving and I like road rage, I'm like, oh man, if I had magic, I'd totally zap that car.
Danger, and that's why we don't have it.
Yes, see?
So
God
true.
doesn't want me to have it.
Well, see, okay, but that's only because we're coming from a world where it doesn't exist and we
That's
want it to
true.
exist, so we would experiment like crazy. This
Yeah.
is like a situation where
Yeah.
magic, like D&D is a situation usually where magic has already existed for
yeah.
millennia.
Yeah.
So everyone's used to it, you know? It's
That's
like,
true.
yeah, it could be exciting that you finally have magic powers, but you're not as likely to be as experimental, especially since it's a world where you can just go out and kill a fucking monster. You don't have to experiment on other people's shit because there's a monster like 3 feet from the front gate that I can just go kill,
True.
or a
Yeah,
sheep.
if magic was like a
No one would care about
real
that.
life thing, I definitely wouldn't zap a car because then they'd know. It was my
Yeah.
ambiguity.
Evolution thing, like if there were monsters for that, perhaps magic was evolved to fight back against, like almost like an environmental thing, rather than like a I don't know. Sorry, here's me with my DNA and my evolution and like thinking about.
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying this conversation though
understand.
because it's giving me ideas for world building.
Let's get it.
I'm like actively thinking of ideas of new worlds I can write about.
Ah, the mind of a DM.
Yep,
Yes. here we
constantly
go.
moving. Always.
Yep.
I do it.
I love to write.
Oh, I have a big imagination, but I suck at spelling.
And that's why you get an editor.
Yeah.
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 I was telling
And,
someone, I'm like, my editor would be like, run on, run on, run on.
There's spell check for most things,
Yeah.
and then there's
Yeah.
an editor for the rest.
For the big one. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
It'll
Mhm.
figure out what word you're talking about as long as you're close enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, sometimes though.
Well, she's like that sometimes. Neither of
There
us
have
know
been
what's going
so many times where you call something the complete wrong name, but I still know exactly what you're talking about because you do you get close enough.
It's because it's like once people know me, they know those things too. Though. Like, they're like, I know what she means.
on. Like, oh, we get there.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Something I'm excited to talk about. I played this game the other day, streamed it.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
it's on Twitch, and I also have started the upload for the VOD on YouTube. So
It's been blowing up
Um,
on Switch. A lot of people have been playing it. You were like
Dead
the
Letter
first one.
Department was so fun. It was okay. It started off really slow. And at first I
Yeah.
was kind of like, when is something going to happen? Like, why is it
Mhm.
taking so long? But I think they do that on purpose to get you anxious.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
By the time the chaos started to hit, I was just like, holy shit, what's going on? Wait, what's happening? Wait. Like,
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
this is
I'm
so
not ready.
creepy. Don't tell me
A
that.
false sense of security. It lulled you into a false sense of security and then like fucked you up.
It was
like,
good. I enjoyed it. It was
I'm
fun.
gonna
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to
Sounds
do another
fun.
playthrough, and I would recommend you guys do too. It's really fun.
Oh yeah.
And I
like
left a review, and it's a very small game, so I also would hope if you guys end up enjoying it that you do one too.
Yeah.
I think small developers, I need help with that. and so
Absolutely,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try and do it.
Everything helps.
But yeah, it's a really good game, and I highly recommend you try it. I got one ending based on the chaotic cash choices I made. But there's several endings, so it's got a lot of replayability, and it tells you at the very beginning that every game happens differently.
Yeah.
And you
So you
got
never know what
the
you're gonna get.
what did you get was the ending?
I
I
got
make
the possession.
okay.
Yeah. That's the same ending that I saw someone else get. It was InSim that got that.
Right.
He played it
Interesting.
recently too.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have
know,
to
like
play it
he
again
said
soon.
he thinks it's based off of the beginning, like the exact same thing that you said, where you pick your letter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, like he hasn't come back to it yet.
Sorry. You don't know
Well,
what
not
that means,
fully.
though.
If there's multiple endings, it's
Yeah.
not fully spoiled for you, too.
Yeah.
And I still want
Because
to play
even
it.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean, you
talk
we
about
don't
the
even know
details.
really what that ending means either because it's
Yeah.
so like
It's kind of
open
vague.
ended.
Yeah. And
So no
okay,
spoilers.
I'm also
I
wondering if they're gonna add more endings in the future. That could be
they
fun.
might.
Yeah.
yeah, I know I go through all the notes and everything for what we're going to talk about beforehand, but sometimes like I've noticed that I like to talk about the game before I even like check it out. Like I like hearing your guys' like play on it before I even want to go add it to my wish list or before I go buy it. I'm like, no,
That's
I
fair.
got to hear these like I want to know whether or not it's even
Yeah,
worth
that
it
one's worth
before I
it,
even
and
go through it.
it's also pretty affordable. I believe not on sale. It's only like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's worth it.
it's
It
definitely worth
really is.
$15. I enjoyed my playthrough, and I plan on doing it again. Dead Letter
Yeah.
Department is
Lit
the game we're talking
fiction.
about.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to
Dead.
get it. I've gotten a bunch of games recently, though, so
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
that's the one.
Yeah, it's
Dead
a
Letter.
good time. Definitely has the creepy vibes. Um, and I think that there's a good amount of replayability. I have no idea how many endings there are, but I'm willing to
No
play it
idea.
enough times to where I can find out if it's like a small number or a big number. Because like obviously you're gonna get some. I imagine there's probably only a few endings because of the choices that you're given, but I have a feeling that there are ways that they could
Forward
add
to it.
more
Oh,
different
nice.
endings. Thank you
Nice.
for
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Um,
Dead dying.
I feel like you could write more endings into that and have there be like more options, but I don't know if that's like on their game plan for the future. But that would be really cool, and I would definitely come back to it if they added more content
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. But yeah, that's one I'd
Peaceful.
for sure recommend that everyone tries because it's a good
Yeah.
time, and I think that even if you've seen me play it, you're still gonna have a different experience.
Yeah, things are gonna
Yeah.
be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it is on sale. Like even on it's like only $15, so it's not a big one. And yeah, I just bought kiosk too, so I'll be playing that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be playing that tonight.
I'm
Indeed.
probably gonna wait on that one until payday, but
Yeah,
I do want to do it. It's just gonna be a bit.
like it'll happen. Don't worry.
Yeah, let me know what you think. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I think I'm deciding I'm gonna probably just buy a new
I see kitty
computer
cat.
because at this point I have to get. I know. Kitty's like, hey, what are you doing?
Yuki.
Yeah. He wants
Except for not
attention.
paying attention to me, mom.
Yeah. Yep. He's
Discover.
attention
I've
hungry.
never
Yeah.
really gotten into RuneScape. I wasn't a RuneScape girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's my type of game
Fucking
either.
thing.
I'm more
I used to play RuneScape.
simulators
That
or
was one of the first games that I ever played, actually. But because it was one of the first games I ever played, I wasn't good at it. I didn't know what I was doing. All I remember is that because I revealed I was a girl in that game, I got like a whole bunch of free gold, and then I never played again. I lost my login information. I had like thousands of gold. But yeah, that's my experience with RuneScape.
I think my reason that I didn't ever get into it was because I didn't know what it was until there were already more like graphically aesthetic games. Like I started with World of
Yeah.
Warcraft.
Yeah.
I don't want to play World of Warcraft
Yeah.
Also
anymore
played
at
WoW.
all. I have
Yeah.
no interest in playing World of Warcraft again, but I played it when I was a kid because I was a kid. My brother
never
had it
played
and I
World of
thought it was
Warcraft.
cool and I wanted to like start easing into my nerddom that I was hiding from for so long. Um,
Yeah.
I was starting to
That's what you
ease
said.
into the nerdiness, and World of Warcraft was there, and I didn't know
Yeah.
RuneScape existed yet. And by that point, I had already played a Blood Elf. So what's the point of
I don't
RuneScape?
even I don't even know what RuneScape is, but
What's the point of going back?
I never played WoW. My brother did though.
Yeah.
I started off playing like Sims, and then I gradually went to like Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank. I never had Nintendos that much growing up, so I was more PlayStation.
Did
And
you play
then
Jack and Daxter?
I've played that too.
I love that series.
I like horror games, and I like I do like LA Noire and like Grand Theft Auto 5, and Bully is a really fun game from the past, but I've never played Boulder's Gate. I've played Boulder's Gate, and that's the closest to the WoW I would say, I think. So.
Way better, but
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not similar, but yeah, I get what you mean.
I know.
Similar,
Oh
like,
yeah, see, I've
graphics,
never played it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of.
have nothing
That's what World
against
of
it.
Warcraft
I
was
just never
trying
got
to do.
into it.
I started.
I did
as
play World of
probably,
Warcraft,
like,
but
no surprise, but like the very first time I like nerded the fuck out on a computer game, it was Age of Empires, and so I feel like my Civ obsession is
Oh,
Yeah.
not
I
like
love Civilization.
it's like was natural, but like I literally
Yeah.
played yeah, Age of Empires before I played Sims, like before I nerded out on anything else. My brain has always been I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck kind of thing, but I've always dug like I dig that a lot. And
Mhm.
so yeah. But I played
that
World of
makes sense.
Warcraft once, 24 straight hours, and never again.
That's
I
a
will never
long-
look back, and I was like, I think I figured something out about myself, and it's that I shouldn't play World of Warcraft.
I do hate how addicting it is. Like,
yeah, was like, oof,
it's
instant.
at least the leveling aspect of it. I love leveling in MMORPGs in general.
Yeah.
That's my favorite aspect of it. I
love achieving
never
and
got into the
leveling.
PvP ever. The dungeons were okay, but it wasn't my favorite part until Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, everybody loves that shit.
The boss fights in that game are fucking crazy. I enjoy them. I didn't really care for the boss fights in World of Warcraft because at the time that I was playing it, I didn't really know how to strategize and actually play my character well.
Yeah.
And so it was all the same to me. I didn't learn boss mechanics, you know? And then I played Final Fantasy XIV and I started finally learning boss mechanics and how to survive a fight with different strategies. And I became obsessed with that game really quickly.
I think we didn't even have a good
lost myself in
computer
it.
for World of Warcraft when it came out, so that's probably another reason I never tried it, or I might have. I got like a good computer when I was older.
Yeah.
my parents banned me from it when it was out at first. So we also didn't really have a computer either.
Yeah.
But I did play it when I can't remember the expansion pack, but I think it was like 2016, 2017 is when I started playing
could have
it.
good computers.
I don't think good computers existed except for like in science labs and shit.
Yeah.
And they were
But I mean, like,
what year
we
did it
didn't
come
really
out?
have a
So I can know what
computer,
age
like,
I was. Does anyone know what year it came out?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
I would guess what age I was because I was alive when computers weren't even a thing. So
Yeah, you were saying you didn't have a computer, Sarah?
Yeah, like it was, I mean, the family computer, which I think was pretty
Yeah.
common, but it was a really bad computer, so it probably couldn't even run it anyway. But yeah, they banned me from it. I played it 2016, 2017 until like about 2020, maybe.
Nice.
But that was only because of Josh.
Oh, is that when it came out? Then I wasn't that old, I guess.
No, that's not when it came out.
Oh.
It was like early 2000s.
I remember back when I was playing Sims 2 on the family computer. I downloaded so many mods online and told my family I made them. Because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Modder.
And they're like, you're gonna download viruses. I'm like, you're more likely to download a virus than I am. Chill.
Like,
That's
you,
so
like,
funny.
you definitely don't know what you're doing.
My first time with
I know.
Sims, I was going to a neighbor's house, and then when I had a PlayStation 2, I played the PlayStation 2 one, so I didn't really play computer ones till like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
LimeWire. Oh
did
my
fuck up
god.
my computer for
Oh
sure.
yeah, my dad used LimeWire all the time to get like
That's what my
I'd
brother
have
did.
yeah.
Yeah, LimeWire
Yeah,
definitely
for real
destroyed our
shit.
computer at least once. But you had to have those CDs, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone had them. You had to have
Well,
I had to have my
so
mixed CDs in my car, bitch. I had to ride around with my
growing
tunes.
up, we had Walmart Connect. Yes, Walmart had an internet brand, and we couldn't
Wait.
use our we couldn't use our phone when we were on the
Oh my
internet. So my
God.
mom, who liked to make long phone calls, would be like, "Get offline." So I had no time to game.
I just
and no
hit my
time.
tooth on my cup just so that you guys could make fun of me.
Oh
Same.
no.
hate
Well, I
that.
will also
Don't do
say I
that.
probably damaged my parents' computer with Neopets.
Oh my god, Neopets, yeah.
Oh
I
my
love
Same bad.
god.
Neopets.
Neopets,
Yes.
yes, dude.
I was too old to be playing Neopets when I played Neopets. That's for damn sure. I didn't want to age myself during
I
the
love
computers, what computers
There was
you
this
had
one
in
ice
house
cream game.
conversations, but Neopets was fucking. I loved that shit.
Getting
Yeah.
free omelets for your Neopet daily,
Yeah,
taking them to
holy crap.
hotels. Like,
I just had a core memory. Thank
yes,
you.
I love Neo. I've
Brain
been
blast.
told I can't go back there though; it's not safe.
I actually tried to log back into my old Neopets account a couple years ago. Um, I think I managed to log in, and I
Oh.
actually spent like probably 2 hours just fucking around on the website, looking around at all the stuff I used to look at, see what's changed. A lot has changed, but
Yeah.
the omelet was
Did you
definitely
see?
a memory
He
for
said our
me.
volume is off.
Yeah, that's what I'm turning mine up.
Like you and Jade are not as loud as me and Sarah.
Okay, let me adjust some
How
volumes.
about that? I just thanks for
It
the
definitely
Oh,
got
that's way
louder.
better.
Yeah.
what?
It definitely got louder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jade got
Hell
louder.
yeah.
for sure.
I think I turned it down because I was trying to be nice. Now you guys have to deal with me.
Now I don't have to have you at 200% of Discord anymore. Yay.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
sorry. My daughter
I
keeps
got a
slamming
text.
on the door.
Dude, that was me for the first like 15 minutes of this. I was like, "Blah, blah, blah." What are you doing?
He's not even answering his
Okay.
phone.
Yay.
Anyway,
What
so
is this sorcery? The devil. Oh, wait. God's work? I don't know what to say, because devil's work is usually what I'm doing. So I don't know what to say. Yes, the other part of that. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
does the
Well,
audio sound better for I might need to adjust my personal audio.
Yeah, I
I
went
don't
onto
know
my
how to
whole
do
last
that on
computer
here.
audio.
I don't know how to do that
Let's
on
see.
Streamlabs. I haven't had
were
to
we
do
all
that.
supposed
I
to
don't
be
know.
muted on Streamlabs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm talking about my personal audio. I think I need to. Okay, they sound pretty good. Okay, cool.
Thanks,
Thank
Beth
you.
Beth.
Uh,
Yes.
anyway, there is one thing that I would like to talk about that isn't a game.
Okay.
Um, so I only recently started listening to this album,
Oh, yeah.
but um, yes, finance. Let's talk about taxes, guys. No,
Well, tax season is coming up.
I'm
Tax season.
good. Sarah leaves.
I just did my shit yesterday.
Sarah, where'd you go?
He's like,
I had to
finance?
refresh. It
Why?
was freaking out.
I'm not proud of that
It
life.
was perfect timing though. Um, so the I Love You Honey Bear album by Father John Misty. I just started listening to it recently because on February 14th he's going to be releasing a 10th anniversary edition of that album.
Nice.
And I'm really excited for that. And I've listened to a little bit of it so far, and it's excellent. I've only listened to a few of the songs consistently, and then there's a few that I've heard like once, and then I think there's still a couple I haven't heard yet. But I've heard that one of the ones I haven't heard yet is really good. It's like the favorite. It's called Holy Shit. Um, but the title song, I Love You Honey Bear, is like the best love song I've heard. Like it's basically about the world is fucking ending around us and maybe no one else sees it, but I love you.
Nice.
It's pretty great. It's I would like to see what he does with it for the anniversary edition. And also, if you guys like sappy love songs and shit like that that are also kind of dark, give it a
Yeah.
listen. I'd recommend it. It's good.
I prefer them to be dark, that's for sure. If I'm gonna go on the love song route.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
dark
he's
is fair.
a lot of
Ooh,
his
that light
songs
made
have
it
a
bright.
bit dark theme, but
I know. I was already white. I can't get much whiter, I guess. Jesse turned on another light, and now I'm like
You're glowing.
glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's all just glow. I could turn my lights up. I'm not gonna. That's
Oh,
too far
no,
away.
like no, I'm not turning
I
on
have
it.
Discord light mode as my light, so.
Nice.
Feel
I don't
have-
have good lighting, so I'm using like we turned off this light because I thought I looked too white, and that one, well, I'm just gonna look too white regardless.
Yeah.
Nice.
Either way.
It's just me, you know.
Yeah.
Someone say light
Light
mode.
mode.
Yeah, I use dark mode
It
on
looks like a
everything
filter, but this is
possible.
real life, man.
I
It's
don't
the only
Right.
time that I'm using light mode for anything is just because this room is way too dark. Any
Yeah.
other time I have it on dark mode.
Yeah,
Is
no.
it possible to make Google Docs dark mode? Because
Yeah,
I do
this
that on
is
my
download an
phone.
private
extension.
screen. Oh, you got to do a
I
third
do
party.
like I set dark mode
Yeah.
on
I
dark
do
mode on my
dark
phone, and I have
Oh.
Google Docs on my phone for like ever, and I do a lot of like I edit on my computer, but I do the writing on my phone so that my eyes aren't like all fucked up from the brightness.
Yeah.
But I haven't figured it out on my computer because I'm not computer savvy, unfortunately.
The thing that works for me is like Dark Reader or something like that. It turns like
Oh.
almost every single website to dark mode, so I don't have to like get flashbangs or anything. It's
That's
great.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
That's
Yeah,
it.
my
That,
4-year-old
I
lets
highly
me turn
recommend
on-
that
it.
kind of took me back to not as white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
weren't.
you're less glowy.
Yeah, I don't have anything special for lighting. I need to look into it at some point, but
Yeah.
Right now,
Ring lights
use
are actually not
old
very expensive.
Yeah, I was just looking
Yeah.
into them the other day actually. They're
I got mine
not
for
too
like
bad.
20 bucks, I think, and it's the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stand broke, but not because
Yeah.
it was cheap. It was because it was open and on its side, and Sean stepped on it.
Yeah,
Damage
that'll
time.
do it.
Yeah. So that's broken, but the light
that-
works. Can still use
That's
that.
what counts.
And it also has a little phone holder, so if I want to, I can take selfies, but I don't really do that much for some reason, except when I'm at work.
Oh, you should do it.
lighting's good in the room. You're like,
I think it's just they have better mirrors.
yeah, I get that.
Oh my gosh, I know. I am so, sorry to interject. We're supposed to be getting really stoned on this, so I'm just gonna say that that's probably what this is a stoner thought, or mention.
Don't
But,
ever apologize.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mention to the fucking Fortnite nerds. I know you're like, what the fuck? But did their Japanese. They're doing their Japanese season right now or whatever, and they have a whole bunch of skins that are called Jade, like Green Jade and Ghost Jade, and I'm like over here
Yeah.
trying not to buy all of the Green Jades and the Ghost Jades and the whatever Jades, and I'm like,
That's how
Um,
they get you.
I know that's how they do it, and I'm like, and of course
Mhm.
they did the
If you
season also with
include
Godzilla.
Every single thing that anyone in the world likes ever,
Yep.
you're gonna get
Yeah.
some money.
That's the
True,
fuck-
and that's
I
what they
mean, Why
do.
the fuck
That's
not?
the business model.
But it was also with
literally
the Godzilla
everything.
one, and I'm like my handle for shit has been Jadezilla for like 12 years, so I felt like I
Oh.
was like super excited. I was like, fuck yeah, there's a bunch of Jades, we're fighting Godzilla. Like
Hell
I don't
yeah.
even know what's happening right now.
You
I
guys
know.
always talk about like Sims and its money grab, but they had that legacy pack come
Oh,
out, and
dude,
I
the
bought
money
it.
grab fucking.
And
She's like, and they got
so
my money. They grabbed my money.
Well, yeah, they got my money, but so
They
it
got
comes with The Sims and The Sims 2 and all their packs.
God,
And The Sims 2 works, but I found myself overwhelmed because I'm like, what do I want to do first? I can be a vampire, witch, or werewolf, or I could
Yeah.
have an apartment,
my
or I could do this. But you
God.
want to know what? The Sims won't load. And I went, and there's a Reddit post about a lot of people can't get The Sims to start. And so now it's like, are they going to fix it, or are they going to be typical and not do shit? But it's like,
What?
it was such a good deal because it was like $18 for The Sims and $27 for The Sims 2, but 40
No.
together. So I got both. And
That's
The
how much
Sims
they
won't
usually
start though, but some
do
people
for
are.
one game.
Wasn't this
The
whole
first
release supposed
needs
to
to
be so
do
that
each
way
of
it
us do.
can actually function? Like, 'cause
Yeah, but
Sims
it
1
won't.
didn't function, that's why they released it, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah,
man.
getting to money grab, dude. And it's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
the Wizards of the Coast have a lot of my money. Not even
Yeah.
going to say it. Not. That's all I'm
Uh,
gonna say about that.
I definitely have a D&D Beyond subscription, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I use it actively for a
It's
lot
like
of
a lot.
campaigns.
Yeah. Well, I see the use for it though. It's really cool. Like
I
first I was
love
really
D&D
confused
Beyond.
about it. Dude, it's great. At first I
I
was like,
don't
just
love
confused.
that Wizards owns it now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really
I
unfortunate.
loved it
I'm sorry. I
before.
was unaware of that fact, and
Yeah.
that made me feel weird on the inside.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
That made like
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
We all feel that.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing
well-
else that's as good as it currently,
I'm aware.
but once there is,
I'm
I'm
gone.
jumping
Yeah,
ship.
if there's something that I can transfer all of my content over to easily, or just all content is automatically free and then you can homebrew anything in, like what Pathfinder has already as a standard.
Yeah.
That's sorry. I'm still over here thinking. Like, what the fuck is okay? We're not talking about finance, but
And
I
it's
have
free.
questions.
Pathfinders is
Like-
free.
What? Okay.
Pathfinders is free. They're
Well, yeah, there's so many.
I think you
I don't
only
know.
have to subscribe if you're doing the homebrew, I think, if I remember correctly. If you're not doing any homebrew, all content is free
That's
to everyone.
actually very nice. I like free stuff.
Pathfinder
Yeah,
is
Pathfinder.
a lot like D&D, but I've heard very, very complicated. Very complicated.
Yeah, I've heard it's complicated. It's a little more
John be
complicated
playing
too.
that shit all the time, so I'm guessing it's got to be fun though. Like once you
It's
get the hang
gotta
of
be.
it,
I think
first
that
bit.
if you can get the hang of it, I've heard that it is a really great system. But I've
think I'd
also
like
just heard
Pathfinder.
I've heard enough people say that it's so much of a learning curve
Yes.
that it doesn't feel worth it.
Oh.
A lot more crunchy. Adam, you played it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you tried it.
I know Aaron
Jesse
plays
said I'd like
Pathfinder
it if I
too.
liked the original
Aaron
Baldur's
didn't like
Gate,
it,
which
if I remember correctly.
that wasn't terrible.
Define crunchy.
Crunchy.
What is
I-
crunchy?
I kind of also would like a definition, but I also kind of can just like I feel what you mean. I don't
Yeah,
know
like, I
why.
get the
word
vibe of it, I
crunchy
think.
makes me kind of be like, okay.
I understand.
Yeah.
And that's how it all began.
Oh, you've read a bit about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Define crunchy, Adam.
Yeah, I can't define crunchy. It's a feeling.
We
It's
need
just
to know.
you know it when you know, you know.
Yeah, I think it means like not very. It doesn't like play smoothly. Like that's what I would picture. Like
I
crunchy
imagine-
versus smooth peanut butter. Like
Well, when like
crunchy and creamy.
with it being old too, like the graphics could be like really old, so it could just be clinky in that sense too
well,
with
no,
the old graphics.
it's like D&D. It's a tabletop game.
Well, no, there's also a video game.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking
thought
about
crunchy meant,
there's
like,
there's
she's talking
games
about the
for
D&D
both
game.
things.
like mining.
Tabletop.
A lot of.
What, Jane?
I thought it was like more like a lot of mining, more like a lot
Do you
of
think I'd like the tabletop?
farming.
Maybe. There won't be a D&D Beyond replacement. Yeah, I don't think so now at this point either. I think,
Here we
yeah.
go. Monopolies are illegal, but let's let them be a thing.
Yeah, the integration is the issue for sure. That's the difference between the two companies, though. Pathfinder is allowing it to exist for free and supporting it existing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Maybe we should change the subject.
I know everything.
Oh, I don't have anything. I don't know anything, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love that. That would be nice to be in that actually, because I know too much and because I'm aware enough, everything sucks. But yeah, like, and now you took the Wizards of the Coast are getting in on it too, and I'm just like, can we just?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be over here.
So anyway, there's another game that I have been playing. I didn't stream it, ironically. But I have been playing a lot of Streamer Life Simulator 2. That came out January 23rd. And I've been playing
Looks
it
like fun.
for like 4 days.
Even when you're not streaming, you're streaming.
Yep, it's a good one. I mean, I love
Mhm.
my simulator games, obviously, but it's kind of like multiple simulators in one, at least at the beginning, because in order to actually make enough money to support yourself at the beginning, you kind of have to do side jobs, which is DoorDash.
Oh.
So you're like actually getting on a bike or in a car and going and picking up an order and dropping it off somewhere.
Wow, that's so real. I actually really want this
I
game.
might want to try that.
It's
Yeah.
really fun. It's
I like simulators.
and the physics when you're riding the bike, it takes a
yeah.
bit to get used to,
Totally
but
weird.
it's really fun to just go top speed and ride over everything.
Dude.
And you can get hit by cars, but you don't die. You just fly up into the air and like glitch your way back down to the ground. Sometimes you
Oh
go
my
through the
gosh.
ground a little bit, but you'll glitch back out. It's fine. You won't get stuck, most likely.
I just looked it up. You can get the first and the second Streamer Life Simulator for $11.
Yeah.
The first one's on
Ooh.
sale, 70% off.
Do it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd recommend it.
I don't have money right
I
now,
don't know about the
but
first one,
I
but-
will when I can.
I don't know about the first one, but the second one I've been enjoying a lot.
Yeah.
And okay, what my favorite thing about this, and I know you guys will all also love this because you're Sims players, the character creation is
Ooh, I love a
so
good
much
character
more in
creation.
depth than I've seen on like any indie game like that. Like
You might have just sold me on it.
very in depth. Like I actually feel like my character looks a lot like me. Like not
Love that.
identical. I couldn't get it super close, but it looks recognizable at least. Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of hairstyles to choose from, but there is like a color gradient, so you can like choose your color. Kind of. It's like there's different sliders for different things. But you can adjust so many things. Like on the face, there's like 9 different sliders for the eyebrows, 9 different sliders for the eye shape, 9 different sliders for the jaw. It's like every part of the face. I don't
Yeah, that's
oh,
cool.
I
she's
was
muted,
so
never mind.
excited
Not
for
talking to
like
us.
I was so excited for booby adjusters when this on The Sims. I was like, yeah, finally. They don't have to be like all one size all the time. Like,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
people
real.
look different. Like I
That's
was
my
like,
least
yeah,
favorite thing about Sims 2, and my favorite thing about Sims
Mhm.
4
yeah,
is Sims 2 was my favorite Sims game. I will say
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
fucking love
Same.
Sims 2, and I would that's why I'm tempted to buy it again, even though I don't want to.
No, I played Sims 2 like it was
But I
crack
want
for
to.
sure. And then Sims 3 was like whatever, and then Sims
Yeah.
4 was more crack.
Sims 4 was
Yeah.
also crack, but not in the same way. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
like it scratched the Sims itch, but it didn't scratch the same itch that the Sims 2 did.
Yeah. I like most Sims.
And there's a lot of
She's like,
custom
"I'll take
content
whatever."
for Sims 2.
Yeah.
She's like,
I
"It
played
depends on
like
my phone.
well, I had the Sims 2 on PlayStation 2. I also had I had all of the Sim games on the PlayStation 2, and then I had the Game Boy Advance Sim games. The only Sim games that I ended up not caring for were
No, they
like the
changed
Wii
No,
My Sims.
They're not the same game.
Like they just weren't as fun.
You should buy Sims 2 and
Sims
Sims
3 is
4.
garbage.
I have Sims 2.
Yeah, don't.
I do
That's why I
not
said
like
Sims
Sims
2. Buy
2.
Sims 2 and
Yeah,
then
no, I
4.
know. Yeah.
Notice how I skipped
I
3.
I skipped 3. Like,
Yeah, like I owned 3 and I
okay.
played 3, but
They're not
My
fully
sister
the
had
same. They do have
3
better graphics, but then they also have other like
content
characteristics that you
and
can't
things like that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, different
yeah,
content.
Mhm.
Like I've been playing The Sims 2 recently, and so there are things that in 4 I could do that I can't do now, and I'm like getting used to not being able to do them.
yeah.
Like, and it's some of them is like, oh, I realized that they gave that to us because it is better in my book, but
Yeah.
I like being able to go to work with the Sims and like make choices for them and stuff like that. I think that part's been fun.
oh,
Um,
Sims is a total cash grab for
That's
EA, so they
kind
put
of
money into it.
yeah. Like they make a shit ton of money on it on The Sims, so they do.
Oh
deserve
yeah,
it.
Sims has gotten a lot. I mean, they've gotten a lot of money from me for sure.
yeah, we've
They've
gotten too
gotten.
much
I
money.
have
They know what
bought,
they're
Yeah.
doing,
especially in the
unfortunately.
day,
Yeah.
especially in the day before, like when you had to buy the disc, and if you lost your shit or got a new computer and you had to completely re-register it. Here we go. It's like back before you
Mhm.
get to buy it online like that. I had to
Yeah.
buy multiple copies of the game before because of whatever reason. So I've bought $40 version of the game for The Sims 2 multiple times or whatever
Yeah.
because I lost it or I had to re-register it on a new
Yeah.
Yeah, I
computer.
hate
Like
sports games. They're not really my
I've
thing.
I've
this
bought it a
bitch.
couple times too.
Yeah,
Sports
I don't do, but
games.
I want to play FIFA. That's the only sports
Yeah.
game I want to try. Like,
That's the
a
one they mentioned.
is it?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
that's so funny. I'm like, I want to fucking play it. Like, that's the only
Oh,
one that I want to play because
I
I
was
want a
gonna
good
add
soccer
about
game.
Sims. I bought The Sims 4 back when it was like first came out, and it was $60,
Same.
and it's like free now. Because
Yep.
they
I
give the
know,
game
Yeah,
right?
for
now they
free, and
just
then
give it to people. Exactly. I'm like, man, I
yeah,
actually
Yeah.
bought that for a lot of
yeah.
money.
So I
All of
bought
the
that
other
back in.
things for like a lot of money, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting the deluxe version of Sims 4, and I think it came out to like a total of like 90 or $100. And then, yeah, they just have it now for free. But, you know, it's
all I'm
fine.
hearing is I need to
Hey, we
figure out a way
want
to
a
design my
better
piece.
world for our successors, so that's
I
okay.
mean,
They
Mhm.
can have it
Yeah,
for
and
free.
Zoe is gonna make it be so much better.
Oh,
Um,
Enzoy. Yeah, I'm excited for that
Ooh,
one.
Enzoy,
I'm
yeah.
so excited about Enzoy. I can't even.
I'm
I
pumped.
was like kind of
yeah,
freaking out about it last night.
yeah.
I'm so excited for that one. I've been waiting for Sims to have a competitor for so
Oh,
long.
me too.
Yeah,
They
I know that
It's
finally
we
will,
should
and
needed.
talk
it
about the
looks
one that's
good.
coming for EA's Nuts. You guys keep talking about
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Inzio or
Enzoy.
whatever.
I'm
Enzoy, yep.
here
Enjoy.
for it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like I'm ready to see it. I
There
always like
there needs to be competition in any field if
I
Mhm.
like to
if you
watch
want to
Rome
not have a
fall.
dominion. Like I don't
I
want
love
anyone
Yeah,
to have a
that.
dominion.
right.
I like to watch Rome's fall.
It's enough of
So
that.
if we can bring down the Wizards of the Coast, that'd be cool. If we could bring down like there's a lot
A
of shit
lot of
that we
them.
could just be like, let's just burn this motherfucker down, Pookie. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited
Okay,
for Enzo.
whoa,
but
whoa.
a little more detail that I
On.
forgot to mention about streamers life simulator. So there are like multiple ways to make money as fame. So it's like yes, you do your streaming, but you also like can take actual
Oh,
selfies of your custom character and post them on what's essentially Instagram to gain income that way. And then you
okay.
and then you can also upload your streams to YouTube.
You.
Yoo-hoo.
You.
YouTube.
I
Oh, those
love
are the
that.
ways
Um,
they name those things.
and you can make money off of those as
Fuck
well.
yes.
And so there's like a lot of different ways to do it, and then obviously data mining or
Yeah.
what's it called? The fucking stupid Bitcoin mining.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
my
in
gosh,
every
yeah.
game, computer or
Gay
simulator
gay
game.
game.
Yeah, gay game.
Gamey later. Simulator.
Simulator game. A lot of them have those, especially the ones that include like being on like Internet Cafe Simulator. They had
Yeah.
that as well. I haven't done any of the Bitcoin mining on Streamer Life yet, but I did do it on Internet Cafe. Um, so I don't know if it works the same way or not yet, but I don't really care about that part. I'm kind of enjoying just doing the streamer thing because it's like I'm getting to see the success that I'm trying for in
Yeah.
real
Let's
Yeah.
get
life.
it. Let's get
That's
it.
fair. Yeah.
I finally made famous. Like
I finally
Uh,
ate
like
Yes.
10 minutes before I logged off earlier.
it.
I saw the
Hell
little
yeah.
famous
Like I've
pop
been,
up.
she's like I've been grinding for that for days. Love
If
it.
only it was that easy, just a couple
Yeah,
days and you're
I know.
4
famous.
days of just
Oh,
hard
I
grinding
know,
and
It's
right?
really
dropping off
been.
Yeah.
I'm
food
on.
orders at DoorDash.
I think I'm on day like 42. So
42 days
42
even
days
still,
is
like, yeah,
pretty
that would be
quick.
great.
That's like, damn, that's
Yeah.
pretty fast.
I've been streaming on and off since 2020, I
Mhm.
think, and consistently for at least a year,
That
if
would
not
be
a little
sick.
longer.
Ooh, yeah,
The only
can you?
gamer in
I
this game.
don't
I wish
know. I
they
don't
wish they
think
would add
so.
that.
But
That'd
I
be sick.
mean, some of the poses on Instagram are kind of
Like
OF-ish anyway.
OnlyFansy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are, and you do start in just your underwear.
Nice.
You don't start with any clothing. So,
Wow.
Start running around delivering pizzas in your underpants.
yeah.
You just take pictures of your
Worst tips, I
feet.
guess.
You're like, I'm gonna sell this.
Get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good time. I enjoyed it.
Already been prepared.
Chloe is Aaron not good. Yeah.
Not good.
True.
Dude, I seriously did not buy a single clothing item until like day 30 something.
Hell yeah, my kind of girl.
Wow.
You're like, I
It
refuse to
was
be held down
expensive
by
and there
that
were so
shit.
many other things to spend money on. I'm like, I'm working on improving my profits so I don't have to grind
You're
every
like
day on fucking
30 days
DoorDash.
without clothes. Who needs them?
you're like, yeah.
I make
Clothes are
more
for
money
winners.
without them.
Clothes,
Who cares?
clothes are for closers.
Exactly. Grind it.
Yeah, grind
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh, also one of the categories that you can stream is pool, and I mean there are inflatable pools that you can swim in while streaming.
What?
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's like the
Heard
hot
about
tub
this shit.
streamers.
This sounds unhinged. This sounds real wild.
It's good. It's good. I
I kind of
enjoy it.
really want this game.
Get
Yeah.
Yeah,
it.
you're like,
I might get it for you next
you're like, we're gonna
payday.
have to send it.
Payday,
We're gonna have
but
to send it.
Sounds like fun.
I
Oh
can do it
yeah,
on payday. I can't right now.
I might have to get it too.
Yeah.
It's fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it.
Well, there's the link for it
Yeah,
if anyone's
sweet.
interested.
Thank you. I'm glad I put the
Yeah.
links in the fucking document too. That makes it easy. Um, but another game, Sarah, that we were talking
Yeah.
about.
Mhm.
I don't. I think it's Corridon. I assume
Yeah,
that's
that
how it's
sounds
pronounced.
right.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of is co-ridden, and I don't like that as much. So I'm gonna,
Yeah.
in my head, it's Corridon.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Um, Basically, you play one of four siblings, so you have four characters to choose from to play. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
any character customization to that, or and you're just picking like the personality and class. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
I haven't looked into that yet, but tonight
We will find
we
out.
will, and we will be streaming that as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically you play as one of four siblings. There are 7 beast masteries that you can improve on throughout the game, which means that you transform into the beasts. And it says the monsters that you defeat, so I'm guessing you unlock them by killing those beasts in the wild.
Yeah, I think so.
And then from then on you can transform into them, I would assume.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it says there's 7 different ones, and you can improve your beast form as you level up and things like that. So I think that's going to be a really good fun one. I
Yeah.
also, one of the fun parts that I read about it was that you can, with one of your teammates transformed into beast and one of them still in humanoid form, you can ride on top of the beast and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
use
saw
your
that.
weapons, so your friend can steer and attack with
Yep.
its own attacks while you attack on top without having to worry about where you're going.
Yep. I am
That
so
sounds
looking forward to
so
doing that.
fun. I want
It's gonna
to.
be a lot of fun.
It's up to 4 players in a party,
So we can have two
so
beats, two friends,
you
Yeah.
can
one
transform
cavalry.
in and out
It
of
would
the
be great.
forms through combat
Yeah.
too. So you can it from what I read it sounds like you can freely change. I don't know if there's a cooldown on it or I don't know. but it
Yeah.
says that
I'm
you
not
can
sure.
freely change
Probably does.
between the different forms. So
Yeah.
um, I'm excited to
Sounds
try it.
interesting.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Um, and me
And
and
there's a
Sarah,
link for
at
that one.
least, if you guys would like to join, we can do that as well. But me and
Yeah.
Sarah are going to be streaming it tonight. I would say probably I'll be on about 10:30, maybe 11, but
Yeah.
probably no later than 11.
Yeah, my computer didn't get fixed like I'd hoped,
Yeah.
so it's
No.
still limited to Civilization and Kingdoms and Castles, but I'm not gonna lie, that's not a bad thing to be limited
Yeah.
to. At least we still
Yeah,
have
honestly,
Civilization.
yeah.
Oh yeah, how have you been liking Foundry?
Oh,
Foundation.
I can't do Foundation with my laptop.
But how have you been
Oh.
liking it? Have you
Oh, I
got
loved it. I'm
Yeah.
super pissed. I've been like having 2 weeks of withdrawals.
Well,
I'm like trying to
we know what
figure
the
out.
problem is now, so
Yeah,
at
I'm just
least it's
thinking about
fixable.
getting a new computer because I finally, yeah. Speaking of finance, I got my taxes done yesterday, so I
Ooh,
was
hell
thinking
yeah.
Hell
about
I
yeah.
need to
going
do
and
that.
buying one. Yeah.
I tried Monster Hunter. I wasn't the biggest fan. I can
I think
see
you guys
the
know that.
allure in it. Sorry, comment or the message says that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the allure in the game, and I understand that it's good, but it's just not my thing, I think, because I've tried it a couple different times with different friends, and I just never felt that draw.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
I
Yeah,
haven't
no, I
done the
totally
new
Yeah.
one,
agree.
but I've tried it with multiple different Monster Hunter games too, and I just like
There's
it's
just something about
fun-ish, but
it. It's not for
only
me.
together,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me
and
either.
getting people consistently together to play that game, it doesn't happen, and I don't enjoy playing that
Yeah.
kind of game by myself.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't enjoy it at all, just that the thought of trying to get people together enough to consistently play,
Mm.
too much.
Yeah.
No,
I
that
don't want to
that's
play
Yeah,
with
fair.
it's not
strangers. I
really
want
my
to
type
play
of
with.
thing either.
I'm bummed out when I have
Oh, you
games
play
that
with
I
me.
like, but I
I
can't
still don't know if I want
continually play
to.
together.
I play at very specific times. um,
Nice.
but also I just still don't think it's my game really. It's just not for me. It's cute.
Yeah.
I like certain
Jesse might have
aspects of
gotten it
it.
already. He's gonna probably play it.
Yeah, Sean's
Yeah.
definitely going to.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'll watch him play it. I get more enjoyment out of that than playing that game myself.
I'm not gonna watch Jesse play it. I have no interest.
It's like
I like watching him
Yeah.
play games. It's fun
Well, it
sometimes.
depends on the game for me.
Yeah.
If he's
I
playing
know
a
you
game I have
like
interest
Dark Souls and Elden Ring lore, so
in.
I'll
Yeah.
Oh
probably watch
yeah,
him
that
play
lore
those.
is so interesting. They have some really good lore. Talk
Yeah.
about lore.
It's like I love it.
I know.
I have the same obsession with lore, but writing it.
I have the
I like to
obsession
write
with
lore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice. Yeah.
It's so
That's why I
fun.
watch way too, like that's why I
Okay.
watched a lot of Star Trek. Like just like we gotta know all the things.
But it is
Anyway,
after 7, and I'm very hungry,
Okay.
so
Hungry.
awesome.
let's
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead and
me
sign
too.
off. Cheers.
Yeah.
That was
Cheers.
a lot of fun.
You can see them
Time.
a little
Yeah.
later.
We'll be
in the
streaming
story.
later,
Yeah.
and if you're interested in watching the stream of Dead Letter Department, that is on my Twitch and will be on my YouTube within probably the next couple of hours. So,
Cool.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, get it on there.
Yep.
Awesome.
yeah. All
Bye,
right.
ladies.
Good night.
Bye.
people.
Good night.